Hi everybody, Richard Owen here at Owen Automotive, coming at y'all with another bi-weekly update on our 1970 XKE restoration car. I got some progress to show you over the last 2 weeks, and the owner kindly requested that we show the underside of the car, so it's jacked up at head level right now. And I'm going to give you a tour of what this car looks like underneath mid-restoration. So here we are, the engine's in, of course, sticking way out of the subframes. It's quite a tall engine, and I'm going to move on to the suspension. This week I today put the torsion bars in. They tie into the lower control arm here. Before disassembly, I made a mark. If you look at right here, you can see a score across the control arm and the torsion bar, and that makes sure it's in the right location, which is really important. There's a little 5/16 pin. It's like a machine pin that goes through and assures that it's in the correct spot backwards and forwards. So yeah, this lower control arm is at what you call the resting position. So this is where the torsion bar doesn't have any torque on it whatsoever. And the measurement you would take if you didn't mark it is right up at the top here, the top of the picture frame, down to the point here at the control arm. It's about 20.5 inches. Okay, let's move on. We can move on. Let's follow the torsion frame back. Here we see the brake master cylinder. It's hiding up there in the booster unit, which is front and center. Here's one of the brake unions. It's kind of shining, and this car will have 2 lines on the driver's side of the car running all the way back. One is for the rear brakes, of course, and the other is for the air canister and the evaporative system for the fuel tank. I'll just show you what this looks like. It kind of runs down this chassis rail here and then ends up going to the rear of the car. I'll give you a tour of the other side, other chassis rail. It gets the fuel line right here. You can see how that's attached. Kind of drops down and around the reaction plate bolts, and it travels down to the back of the car. Right here, this black thing, this is called the reaction plate. The torsion bars kind of sit into it with these carriers, and it really provides a lot of strength to the suspension system. There's these huge 1/2-inch bolts that run in the reaction plate, kind of right here, sorry, over through to the other side of the frame, and that provides a really strong connection to the car, because these torsion bars probably take a lot of force. And one last thing, you can see the ground strap, that's where it originally goes, that's how it should look. You can see these clear plugs here. Those were provided by the trimmer. Those are as they should be in original. Transmission mount here. The transmission sits on this spring. I don't know if you can't really see it up and in there. There's no way to see the drive shaft. It's hidden inside the tub. And then at the back here, we got the rear suspension, fully rebuilt and refinished, looking absolutely incredible. I love that red differential just shining through there. Yeah, that looks great. One of the things the owner requested is that the handbrake cable here have a grommet, so my dad put that in today. You can kind of get an idea of how the sway bar works. Here it is, and look at the rear suspension unit in there. Wow, isn't that nice? And I guess the last thing I gotta comment on is the original sheet metal. So this is all original sheet metal to the car. You can see the spot welds there. Nothing's been changed. This is the original belly pan. Nothing's been changed. And the whole car is like this. So if I go back over to the floor section here, you can see the original spot welds here holding the sill panel to the floor. That's all original. Yeah, so this car is really a neat car in that respect, being all original. Yeah, so that's it. That's going to be the tour of the bottom end of the car. Still to go into the rear here will be the heat shields and the muffler. Then it kind of will have a complete and finished look down here. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.